Whenever I discover a good business model in the online space, I always wonder, why doesn't everyone do this? It's pretty straightforward, it's lucrative, it's a simple business model, low barrier to entry, but then I come back from the clouds and I realize that this is the real world and only a small percentage of people actually have the drive slash discipline slash opportunity to realistically face the pursuit of entrepreneurship every day, because that's what it takes. SMMA is extremely oversimplified in the online space, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Without further ado, let's just get into it. So I got a few points that I want to cover about the SMMA business from a beginner perspective, because I'm just starting my business and I'm gonna stick with it all the way through. I'm not gonna be one of these people that actually do it for 2 weeks, reach out to a couple people, don't get it, and then just quit. Like, I'm actually gonna stick this through all the way so y'all can see the whole journey. And I'm gonna tell y'all some of the most important points that I've noticed over my first month starting that beginners who want to enter this business should be wary about or take caution with. First point is, gurus oversimplify it. It's not that easy. So they make it seem as though you just come in this business, set you up a little website, a name of your marketing agency, and just reach out to a few businesses. And you just provide services for businesses. And yes, this will always be around because there'll always be businesses, and there'll always be businesses that need marketing. So this, and the internet is ever evolving. So in that situation, it's true. But what you have to do to actually sign a client, it all depends on your outreach. So you have to book a meeting first before you sign a client. So in order to book a meeting, that's gonna be like hundreds of outreach. It depends on person to person, how good you are, luck, all of this and that. But in order to at least just book one meeting, it's gonna be at least like 100 outreach, whereas cold messages, cold email, cold calling. And then from the percentages, like from that, in order to actually sign a client, it's gonna be potentially thousands of outreach, because it's a percentage game, right? The amount you need to actually book a meeting is gonna be different than what you need in order to get a client to be convinced to go with your services. So you're gonna take a lot of effort. Don't be coming in here thinking it's just easy. You just message a few people and then give up. Like, people actually have to stick with this, bro. Any business model that's low, if you don't notice, any business model that's low barrier to entry, you're gonna have to put a lot of work in, unless you had a capital to start off with. But then again, capital won't really save you in SMMA unless it's like you're running paid ads for your marketing agency. And so, like drop shipping, print on demand, et cetera, all these other low barrier to entry business models, you're gonna have a lot of competition, and you're gonna have a lot of work that you gotta put in on the front end in order to make it. Next point, since it's high ticket, you have to put in the work, bro. You're gonna have just a few clients, but they're gonna be paying you like $1,000 recurring a month. Now, nobody just gonna be giving away money like that. They're not gonna sign $1,000 to $8,000, maybe $5,000 a month contracts for 3 months and just be like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Like, you just showed me your services. We talked about it. We had a little 10-minute conversation. Let's go ahead and get signed up. Like, no, realistically, that's not gonna happen, bro. I don't care what type of charm you think you got, bro. You got a freaking, nah. Actually, the charm might work, actually, I'm tripping. But, you know, it's not that easy. They're not giving money out away here. Like, just have realistic expectations when you come in. That's the whole point of that. Next is, are you good at speaking with a lot of people, and are you ready to speak with a lot of people? Because this is really what sells your services and what gets your clients at the end of the day. After outreach, after you put that work in and message enough people each day, and you got some meetings booked, when you get on those meetings, you have to be confident in expressing your services, expressing how they can, how you can help provide them with, good return on investment. Whether you're delivering it yourself or outsourcing it, either way, you got to know what you're going to have set up. You got to have your systems in place in order to confidently express that you can deliver these services. So if you're an introvert, if you're a shy person, maybe stick back to drop shipping if you want to be in the online space. But if you're good at talking to people, if you're a social person, and you're not just like a little pushover or something like that, just a little nice guy. I don't know, nice guy technique might work for the closing the business. You gotta figure out for you, but just know you got to talk to a lot of people. So expect to put your best image forward, your best look on, your best, refine your speaking skills, all of that. Next, are you actually fit for showing up every day and becoming someone's boss? Now that's the thing about this one. You're not working, it's not ideal to work in the business in SMMA. You want to be working on the business. So you want to be literally for this, Iman has it in the course where you could do the services yourself. You could run the ads for the client, this and that, but you don't want to do that. The person that provides the customer with the service and is the middleman always is going to make the most money and get the best. He's always going to be in the best position. We want to take the DoorDash business model. We want to be the DoorDash app, and then basically for the business owner. So we're the person, okay, look, we got marketing services for you, and then how DoorDash has the food, and then you have the driver. We're just the app that connects the two. So we connect the business owners to the contractors that actually run the ads for them. And I mean, you could deliver it yourself, like I said, but no, you want to be, because if you work on the business and you run your ads a certain way, then you're limited to how much you can scale. You got to do everything. It's a balancing act between a whole bunch of different things. So that's not ideal. And so when you do this though, you run a business, you have people that you hire. You can't be slacking off and not getting more clients, because depending on how you frame it though, they are getting paid a percentage. Let's say you sign a client for $1,500. You pay a contractor $300 for each client you sign. You don't want to be goofing off, not signing clients, playing around, not having any systems in place. Like, you want to be serious with this thing. So make sure you work on yourself, bro. Honestly, just go into the cut, go into hiding in about 6 months, bro. 3 to 4 months, 3 to 6 months, and just work on yourself. Work on being consistent and showing up every single day, because it's not like you work for somebody else. They're going to be working for you, and nobody wants to work for a bad boss. So get your stuff together. If you want to do that and you really say you want to, and you really do want to, get yourself together. And I'll leave y'all with this. Now, it's a great overall business to start because of its low cost, low barrier to entry, but it is not at all the perfect business model for everybody. If you got dreams and you think you're just gonna come in and just half step it or easily get it, you're not committed to doing the work. Like, honestly, this is a boring business model. You have to stay in a lot. You have to do a lot of outreach to get it kick-started. Once you get it and you get your team and all that, once you sign clients, you got your systems in place, it's easy. But if you're not willing to grind and do that and put in the work, just like anything else though, it's just like anything else in life. If you want to be average, but don't be mad at your life is not the way you want it to be, right? And so you put that work in, you're gonna be straight. But come in here with realistic expectations. So don't start SMMA until you realize this 2022.